It's February 7th, 2024. Um, I'm in General George Washington, like first President George Washington. It's the United States of America with the Federal Reserve note. It also has the ONE on the back of it and the In God We Trust. Um, so I was here and in the residence, and all of a sudden we've had some local changes. I've been trying to snap some photos and send them into the In God We Trust because I don't know where else to turn, or who else to trust other than the God and the ONE. Um, so Originally we had Tom Swazi. I know nothing about him. I've never met the man. I don't know him. I don't know about his party, but he looks like, to me, what politics, the front face of politics in the area. He fits the look. Like, if we're talking theater and puppets in the theater, he looks a puppet appropriate. Um, Then all of a sudden there was some upheaval. They took the Swazi sticker down in Douglaston. They put up the Santos sticker, which again, and I'm like, is this like Latin theater messing around in New York? Like trying to go with the saints? So anyhow, so they took, like, is this, like, again, we're in Black History Month, and I wrote this morning, I'm like, I don't know what a black operation is. I don't. I've got something going on with a blacksmith, but in some intelligent design, I suppose, in the universe somewhere, that I'm like trying to like track my own, like, how did I get stuck with this guy? Like, why is he the toilet paper on my shoe? Why couldn't he be on somebody else's shoe? Anyhow, so I'm looking at this, and they have this problem with George Santos, full of fraud, whatever. When they show up here on the TV, I have no, like, even though computers and things, where do you check to even see if they're an American citizen? Like, doesn't somebody do that for a living in New York? I mean, like, again, they have me so isolated. I have no access to anything that I should have been in. I mean, like, President Reagan knew that I was physically fit. Whatever happened to that route and that track and like employment through those trade lines or whatever? I mean, like, why would they put me in a school and then just shove me out, like dumping me out, like, good luck, try and survive whatever comes next? Totally disconnected. So, anyhow, so I'm watching, now all of a sudden, it's George Santos has all this fraud stuff according to the television. I have no way of knowing if any of it's real. And now they're saying that all of a sudden this person shows up. She is now a campaign ad. But in her campaign, she says she's Israeli Defense Force. She's not even an American. And she comes from Ethiopia. I'm like, she's not an American. I'm not comfortable with this at all. And now I'm listening to hear what she's saying on the television. And this is like rampant, not just wherever, like, she says she's Ethiopian. I have no way of verifying that. Like, I mean, again, on the atlas of things, I don't have like a genetic catalog to chase these facts. If this is even factual, I mean, I would assume the media room has some form of governing body, perhaps, or agency. Um, so I'm looking at her. I know she's not an American. If she has an American, like, again, that's semantics. I don't know. But she's saying now she's here, and she's saying that she's in a legislative body and all this other stuff. And I'm like, who, on whose authority? Like, where's the American government in order to protect the people, such as myself, from this going on? I mean, it's just been, it's maelstrom, as far, it's what it feels like. Um, so I'm going to put on, and even Honorable Governor Kathy Hochul is like, I'm going to put on her exact words because now, I mean, I've documented it. Now, luckily, Governor Kathy Hochul's answering on it. But I mean, it gets worse because now this one's saying in my local area, like they're having some New York special election it says New York special election 3 or something, New York 3, I don't know. And so I'm like, so anyhow, this is what it sounds like.
The experience that you might have having to address it.
Yeah, definitely. As a county legislator, I'm so proud, in the 2 years, my accomplishment, my record showing you.
I can't verify. I don't know who in the area allowed her to legislate. I don't even know what that means to her. And she's not even an American. So why is she here claiming to be, I mean, she's a foreign entity. She's foreign body inside of America and saying that she's running for Congress and in a legislative body. Where is like home team security? Like who do you call upon?
The experience, and I'm not a talker, I'm a deliverer.
Pillip never explained her plan. Mazi Pillip, handpicked by MAGA. Swazi's campaign, firing back.
He was a great president. He did great for the American people.
I asked Mazi about Donald Trump's 91 criminal charges, which.
And Swazi wasn't a president. Swazi was something local. I mean, he just says congressman, doesn't say president.
What's your take on his legal battles?
He's still going through the process. I want to believe that he's gonna get his fair trial.
Today, Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul taking aim at Pillip on MSNBC.
We don't even know a thing about her. I mean, this is like George Santos all over again.
Your response to the governor regarding that?
Oh, it's a very shame that you feel this way. Of course, I'm not surprised. Of course, you're going to support Tom Swazi because he's going to support her progressive agenda.
Democrats have out.
Is Tom Swazi an American? Just curious. I mean, like, again, he looks American. He looks home team. But I don't know what.
Outspent the GOP by nearly $4 million in campaign ads. Mazi Pillip is leaning on the Jewish community here on Long Island for votes, which is one of the largest in the world. In Roslyn Heights, Shantae Lands, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And that was Shantae's report on Pillip, but at 6 o'clock we'll have her report on the Swazi campaign, again tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
Police say the body found.
So it's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. And it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. And when I go, I a while back was looking for employment. And now there used to be, when I first started, when I was in college, there used to be a process where you could go to like a headhunter or something and you could find job applications and network that way. Those networks have been taken completely down. Now everything is online for some reason. But it feels, and I've documented my own troubles with my father by my side, where they're cherry picking or they're using some kind of back algorithm. Tia Friel's 1975 is having a problem. I've had a tremendous amount of problems. And I don't know if they're purposely rerouting like who's allowed to gain employment. It affects credit rating and it starts to mold people and make people into something that they're not. Like when you can't get employment, then you can't pay your bills. It's not that you don't want to pay your bills. It's not that you don't want to be a rule follower. It's just that things start to fall apart. And then you look bad on paper. So I don't know what's going on here with this, but as far as local safety and security goes, with the migrant crisis that's going on where they're just sending, and I don't know who's sending them, but a whole lot of not us into the US at this point. I don't know how to document that correctly, but it's a security concern for certain. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy, Broken. Oh, and so I put in with the Army National Guard, I put in a standardized form on the internet through Lewis's computer, since I don't have a computer. And what came back to me was a name, but the name, and I put it up on my Facebook, so I have it in my records. Again, I can't verify that they're American. Like, it says Army National Guard, but are they some outside militia? Uh, do they have some alternate agenda? I don't know. And it gets confusing to even communicate on this properly. But it, again, doesn't look American technically by, like, I mean, is it by trade standards? Is it by monetary system standards? I don't know, but this is like the amount of sunlight outside right now with all of these other things going on. And it's concerning. And the energy service right now is Con Edison, just for my records. I don't know who's working at that power authority. I don't know who this person is. They never called me. Not that I needed a phone call for them. My leg is broken now anyway. But it seemed very non-American at this Army National Guard. So that's concerning. With this like new diversity word that they're using, which to me just seems like a whole lot of people were successful, almost like towards succession, and that's really frightening. Like, that's not allowed. So I don't really know at this point how else to make note of this in order to have these items corrected, or who needs to even know about it, how the system's constructed to even report them back in properly. So, like, last resort is like, in God we trust. So there we are.